Now, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dhumna took the side of Pandavas, and it was he who arranged for their military phalanx after having learned the art from Dronacharya.
Duryodhana pointed out this mistake of Dronacharya so that he might be alert and uncompromising in fighting. By this, he wanted to point out also that he should not be similarly lenient in the battle against the Pandavas, who were also Dronacharya's affectionate students. Arjuna especially was the most affectionate and brilliant student. Duryodhana also points out that such leniency is quite late to defeat.
Yes. So, like we can see, you okay. Okay. On that side. So, like we discussed earlier, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Prabhupada is not trying to give some analogy of the situation itself, that drawing some parallels. It sounds like Kurukshetra is our field, the body, Pandavas, the senses, the Kauravas, like the, distractions and desires. Like that kind of analogy is not saying, but rather he's just presenting the fact as it is. It's a historical event, and how the intent of Duryodhana is being very uh, clearly displayed in very diplomatic words, that how Duryodhana is using. First, Sanjay addressed him as Raja because Dhritarashtra was concerned whether his sons will win or not. That was the main thing. So he addressed him as Raja. Immediately he told him, but this Raja, that to the Dronacharya, his teacher. Raja should be able to command, but he was so nervous. He thought there is no kingdom. I mean, like there is no army with the Pandavas, because all the Narayani Sena of Krishna came towards came to Duryodhan. The Pandavas will be not having anybody. But he was shocked when he saw on the battlefield so beautiful arrangement was made. And now he's going to this Dronacharya. Why? Because Dronacharya is the one who taught everybody. And very specifically, Drishtadyumna is a brother of Draupadi. And Draupadi's brother was born out of a sacrifice only for the sole purpose of killing Dronacharya. So actually, Dronacharya and Drupada were classmates. So when they were classmates, during, being friends, uh, Drupada, Drupada is Draupadi's father. So at that time, he was a young prince. He said, no problem, don't worry. I know you're a poor Brahmana, but whenever you want money, after I become the king, you can just come, walk in, we are buddies, anytime, anything, you can just ask me. No problem, I'll give you. So they're friends, that he really took it to heart when Dronacharya heard that from his friend. They're very good friends in school, in Gurukul. They don't have any reservations, you're a Brahmana, I'm a king, nothing like that. They were all very nicely growing up. So after some, when they finished graduation, they went their own ways. Drupada became a king. Dronacharya got married. And being a Brahmana, he was very poor. And his wife told him, like Sudama's wife told, go and ask your friend something, some money, he can help you. So Dronacharya goes to the kingdom and says, he reminds him, we are friends, and then you told I could come anytime to ask for help. Drupada acts as though he does not even recognize him. So, like any other person who walks into the assembly, gives some dan, they do brahmanaya, like that type, he treats him very, very bad way, in a very, he feels insulted. I did not come like that to beg some alms from you. As a friend, I have come. And that too because you made a promise. So he takes it little offended. So, but Drupada was heartless. I mean, like, just because I'm a king, you want to take advantage of me? Like that, he talks in the assembly, in front of everyone. And Dronacharya is not a small person. He's a very great acharya, he's accomplished acharya. There is a certain etiquette how you treat such a established person, and that you are a friend, such a close friend, and you made a promise. He forgot all that etiquette and he insulted him. So he took that very seriously, Dronacharya. So anyway, as a Brahmana, he was teaching all the king's children. Then when the time came, he asked, anybody want to repay the Guru Dakshina? Then immediately Arjun raised his hand. I said, I am ready. I want to please anything my Guru wants. Then he says, okay, go and defeat this Drupada and come. That will be your Guru Dakshina. So he goes and defeats Drupada. Young boy. Arjuna is hardly 8 or 10 years, nothing more than that. So in the war, he defeats him so badly. He with the one astra, all the hands, legs, everything are tied off Drupada. So he drags him just like a prisoner. So and Drupada is quite big king. So then just to remind him that you offended me, I'm just taking a revenge to just show you your place. I don't want anything. I don't need a kingdom. I don't need riches. I don't need anything else. But I just wanted to show your place that you did wrong. Nothing more than this. I excuse you. I don't have anything against you. I have no grudges against you. And he releases him. But now, Drupada being a king as a Kshatriya, he took it to heart. How dare he could do that to me? I will do such a big sacrifice, yajna. I will get a son, and that son will kill this Dronacharya. And everybody knew about his, uh, you know, his intention. He declares it. And he calls all the Brahmanas, all the powerful Brahmanas do the yajna and all that. So out of that fire, this baby is born. Rishtadhyumna. Actually, not baby. He was baby or he was already. No, he was still like just like the sweet pot and all that pot of rice comes and then he eats and then the son who's born is he gets two. Because one is Rishtadhyumna and Draupadi is born little later. So everybody knew Rishtadhyumna is born only to kill Dronacharya. Now this Dronacharya had this unique vow that he would only teach Kshatriyas, royal family basically. Only them he would teach. So Drushtadhyumna comes to Dronacharya to learn the art of archery. He doesn't discriminate. He knew very well he's born to kill me. If I teach him, he will definitely kill me. But this is what a Brahmana is. A Brahmana is never calculating. Tomorrow I have to make some plans to protect myself. Brahmana never does that. In fact, Brahmana, every minute he's depending on Vishnu, even for his maintenance, even for his daily maintenance. Suppose somebody gives him a lot of gifts. Now you need how much to live for that day? Say 10 rupees. Only 10 rupees I'll take. And rest of the money, if I got 1,000, all the balance 990 rupees, I'll just donate it. If it is us, we will just calculate, 10 into, or I'm good for next 100 days. So like that, we will calculate. But that's not how a Brahmana should live. A Brahmana should live on day-to-day basis. So next day, if I did not get anything, it's okay. Krishna wanted me to fast. So he wanted me to learn how to fast. That's how Brahmana lives. So that is exactly how Dronacharya is also living. He knew today my duty is to teach. What is the consequence of that? It's not my duty. There are six things a Brahmana should be doing. Yajana Yachana, Patana Patana, Dhinnadi Pratidhinnadi. Meaning, first is Yajana Yajana. He has to be engaged in performing yajna and help others perform yajna. Just like what we are doing Sankirtan yajna. We help others also do Sankirtan yajna. Patana Patana. They have to be absorbed in reading scripture and help others do the same thing. And they should be always giving gifts, and as a service, they also receive gifts. So these are the six ways a Brahmana lives. And so he was living to the book exactly how a Brahmana should live. So he was just doing his duty. So now Duryodhan is pointing out diplomatically again, look what you have created, your own creation, your student only. Look at that, how beautiful he has arranged that phalanx. You know, that phalanx, every time they have a chakra vyuha, they know how to arrange the counter pose of this. If they arrange in a Nagasana, like in the form of a snake, they will arrange in the form of Garuda. So like that, they knew how to do that. And Duryodhan, Drishtadyumna was appointed commander-in-chief for the Pandavas. So he is pointing out, so you should not slack. Now I know your dear disciple is also Arjun on the other side. Don't slacken. So like that, he was poking, and telling. So that's chapter 3. Then immediately we can go to the next sloka also, unless you have any questions here. Any questions? You go to 4. So now he is expressing his fear, right? Already on the Pandava side, so much army is there. So now he wants to reconcile as a political diplomat. So Duryodhana is telling the next slokas, which will confirm that. Atra Sura Maheshwasa
Atra Sura Maheshwasa
Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi
Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi
Yudhano Viratascha
Yudhano Viratascha
Drupadascha Maharataha.
Maharata
You want to try?
Atra Shura Maheshwasa
Atra Sura Maheshwasa
Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi
Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi
Yuyudhano Viratascha
Yudhano Viratascha
Drupadascha Maharatha
Drupadascha Maharata. No, Sura Maheshwasa.
Sura Maheshwasa
Atra Sura Maheshwasa
Arjuna Samayudhi
Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi Yudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharata. Atra Sura Maheshwasa Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi Yudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharata. Atra Sura Maheshwasa
Samayudhi
Bhima Arjuna Samayudhi Yudhano Viratascha
Maharatha
Drupadascha Maharata. Akrasura Maheshwasa
Junasamayudhi
Bhima Samayudhi
Viratascha
Yudhano Viratascha
Maharataha
Drupadascha Maharataha Atra here Suraha heroes Maheshwasa mighty bowmen Bhima and Arjuna Samaha equal Yudhi in the fight Yudhana Virata Cha also Drupada Cha also Maharata great fighter. Here in the army, there are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhima and Arjuna. There are also great fighters like Yudhana, Virata, and Drupada. Perfect. Indeed.
Even though Drishtadyumna was not a very important obstacle in face of Dronacharya's very great power in the military art, there were many others who were the cause of fear. They are mentioned by Duryodhana as great stumbling blocks on the path of victory because each and every one of them was as formidable as Bhima and Arjuna.
He knew the strength of Bhima and Arjuna, and thus he compared the others with them.
Okay. So this is one of the typical qualities of materialistic people. So always would like to compare. So especially in fear, when somebody is fearful, then they will say that you can take the
You can take the pillar.
you can take the pillar. Yeah, so even though Drishtadyumna, he mentioned his real fear is Bhima and Arjuna. So he wanted to say that Bhima and Arjuna, even though they are there, so he wants to reconcile his fear and tell the others, be encouraged. Don't worry. Even though they have Bhima and Arjuna on their side, we have also, equally. Yeah, Drupada. There are others like Bhima and Arjuna, Drupada, Virata. Also, all these people are also equally important warriors. They're all Maharathis. Maharathi means, there is a order, there is a ranking, there is a Rati, Maharathi. Even before Rati, also there is one more rank. So anyway, Maharathi is the one who can attack a lot of people at one time. So that Maharathi is counting all these people first on their side, and then he will compare. Even though they have them, we have also equal number of Maharathis on our side, like that.
Right now, he's going to compare all the people on Pandava's
Pandava's
right
side.
now
Hmm.
in these next few slokas. We can go on to the next.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one. Drushtaketuschekitana Kasirajascha Viryavan Guruchit Kunti Bhojascha Saibhyascha Narapungavan. There are also great heroic powerful fighters like Drushtaketu, Chekitana, Kasiraja, Purujit, Kunti Bhoja, and Saibhya.
They're all on Pandava.
All on Pandava's side. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta, Uttamaujascha Viryavan, Saubhadro Draupadeyascha, Sarva Eva Maharataha. There are the mighty Yudhamanyu the very powerful Uttamauja, the son of Subhadra, and the sons of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. So he knows all the rankings. So he's telling, categorizing all of them.
Basically, some of the people they think no that oh this war is not real, this is so this is another way of saying why are all these names mentioned here? Why would this be part of the Bhagavad Gita, the great Bhagavad Gita? Because it is really a historical moment, historical time when actually all these people were present over there. So history is being written over here that this is what was happening on the battlefield. This person is there, this is the. It's like a whole, and he's actually telling this. This Sanjay is telling to
Dhritarashtra.
Dhritarashtra. So he's
In
telling.
fact, it's interesting. There was a time, I don't remember the exact year, the Archaeological Society of India filed a case in the Supreme Court to remove Mahabharata and Ramayana from the history books of India, stating that we did not find even one artifact to prove any of these things.
Oh, yeah.
So Supreme Court smashed that lawsuit in less than 1 week, saying this is rubbish. You guys have not done enough research, and this is totally absurd claim. So they actually threw it off. But afterwards, of course, we saw now Rama Janmabhoomi, whatever that. How many were the? How many evidences he quoted?
Oh, 400, more than
440 evidences were quoted from the scripture, of which 437 were proven.
Actually, only one or two they could not prove, but everything else they could prove. Afterwards, they proved the others also. Originally, 437, I think, whatever the number. Only 3, 4 they did not prove in the beginning. This Rambhadra Swami, he told all those quotes. Have you heard about this? Yeah, so those everything. But now, why Narendra Modi has gone to Dwarka, no?
Yeah, to
Inside
see all these artifacts.
in Dwarka, inside the water. Recently, you would have seen that in the news. It has come.
Yeah. There's one Mr. Rao, somebody who's an archaeologist, who also got the sunk Dwarka. Because there are slokas in the Bhagavatam, you'll see Yudhishthir gets symptoms of all the symptoms of flood that is going to come, and how Dwarka would be going under the flood.
Not
Under
only
the
that, also there was like a जैसे जलने की बू आ रही थी और बहुत सारी
so many
so
symptoms
many
are written.
symptoms were there actually, and that's when the Kali Yuga actually started. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is actually describing when Kali Yuga started, what were the symptoms in the Bhagavatam. It is there. Yeah.
Today it's like region, like where would Kurukshetra?
It is there still. They have found lot of artifacts.
Yeah,
inside.
Haryana.
Yeah.
Still there's a train station, bus station, everything.
Yeah.
And at the university.
There is an IIT. IIT is there.
And they have found some evidences also. So now they cannot say that it is not true.
Not true.
Yeah.
Chitra is not far from Delhi.
Yeah.
Buses go there. But then why was it submerged? Like it was with the whole planning of God.
Yeah.
Yes, Krishna explains there are two powerful.
Not by chance.
Vrishni Vamsa was too powerful. When Krishna was there, they all came because Krishna never comes alone. Just like a president of a big country, he doesn't go to any other country just alone. He'll never go alone. Even before him, all his ministers, so many people go before him just to accompany him. Just a small fellow who is not even anything. When Krishna comes, obviously to assist him, to be part of the Leela, all the people from Vaikuntha come. So when the Leela is over, they are too powerful to stay. So Krishna wants all of them to go back because the Krishna Leela ended. And there's a way to end all these things, so he submerged everything.
It was his plan.
It was his plan. So in fact, even Vrindavan is not there.
It was.
It was not there. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years later, past, 500 years past, he appointed 6 Goswamis to excavate all the holy places where Krishna did pastimes. So that's how today Vrindavan that you know has been excavated by these 6 Goswamis.
It was actually Gupta Vrindavan
The
became
Vrindavan हो गया.
वो लुप्त हो गई थी लुप्त और गुप्त गुप्त थी और लुप्त लुप्त मीन्स गुम हो गई थी तो उसको फिर से रिवाइव किया एक्चुअली 6 गोस्वामियों ने
Lakshadra also reclaimed.
Recently, I heard about that. Yeah,
What's that
the
Lakshadra?
They found a place in where actually the Lakshagraha.
Oh really?
Yeah, they excavated that place, and government gave that identity as an archaeological site.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was burnt, but it was they made a guha, right? Where Bhima came out like a tunnel.
They made a tunnel out over there.
So that tunnel they found.
Okay. But they might have also found because Lakshagra, so the candle, no, it was wax.
Right.
So they must have even found some wax, maybe.
I don't know that
Who
part,
knows?
but at
Yeah,
least
but there was a dispute over the site, but Hindus reclaimed it. I guess it was more than 50-year-old cave.
yeah.
It was very old cave.
And then again, same that also one mosque was there at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have to claim 40,000 sites.
I know.
Mm.
But then if there will be a big youth over there in India, if we claim everything.
You never know.
We have a good army.
Okay. You go to the next.
Hmm.
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
तान्निबोधा द्विजोत्तमा
तान्निबोधाद्विजोत्तमा
नायकामवसैन्यस्य
नायकामवसैन्यस्य
सम्ज्ञातं तान् ब्रवीमि ते.
संज्ञातां तां ब्रवीमि ते.
You also want to repeat the slogan?
Yeah. Repeat.
Asmakam tu vishishtaya
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
tani bodh dvijotamam
तान्निबोधा द्विजोत्तमा
nayakamam tenascha
नायकामवसैन्यस्य
sangyati tan bravimite
सम्ज्ञातं तान् ब्रवीमि ते. अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये तान्निबोधा द्विजोत्तमा नायकामवसैन्यस्य
ब्रवीमि ते.
सम्ज्ञातं तान् ब्रवीमि ते.
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
तानि बोधिचोत्तमा
तान्निबोधा द्विजोत्तमा नायकामवसैन्यस्य
ब्रवीमि ते
सम्ज्ञातं तान् ब्रवीमि ते.
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
विजायत
द्विजोत्तमा
द्विजोत्तमा
तान्निबोधा द्विजोत्तमा
सैन्यस्य
नायकामवसैन्यस्य
संज्ञातम्
सम्ज्ञातं तान् ब्रवीमि ते
संज्ञातं
तान् ब्रवीमि ते.
अस्माकं तु वसिष्ठाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
तान्निबोधाद्विजोत्तमा
तान्निबोधा द्विजोत्तमा
मम सैन्यस्य
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
सम्यार्थं तां ब्रवीमि ते
संज्ञातं तां ब्रवीमि ते. O best of the Brahmanas, for your information, let me tell you about the captains who are especially qualified to lead my military force. भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
कृपश्च
कृपश्च
समितिञ्जयः
समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
कर्णश्च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च.
सम्मुखस्ते तथैव च
भवान् भवान् भीमश्च व कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
कृपश्च समितञ्जयः
कृपश्च
कृपश्च
समितिञ्जयः
समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
सोमजित्तेव च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च.
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णस्य च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
समित्र
समितिञ्जयः
समितिन्
समितिञ्जय
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
सोमादति
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च.
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
समितिञ्जय
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
प्रथमा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
दत्तिस्तथैव च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च.
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
समितितया
कृपश्च
समितिञ्जयः
विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
सौमादितस्तिस्तथैव च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च.
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च. There are personalities like yourself, Bhishma, Karna, Krupa, Ashwatthama, Vikarna, and the son of Somadatta called Bhurishrava, who are always victorious in battle. Perfect.
Duryodhana mentioned the exceptional heroes in the battle, all of whom are ever victorious.
Vikrana is the brother of Duryodhana, Ashwatthama is son of Dronacharya, and Samadita or the
Bhurishrava.
is the son of king of Bahalikas. Karna is the half brother of Arjun as he was born of Kunti before her marriage with King Pandu. Kripacharya married his twin sister of Dronacharya.
So all these personalities' names you know, right? I don't have to go into the
No, maybe.
matter.
You know? No, they don't know. Little bit you tell.
The only idea I got from this shloka is the people looking for unique names, they should come here. Unique, difficult to pronounce.
But these are all
They're all
nobody
great
will,
personalities actually.
but nobody will want to keep their children's name, these names, because
They're
they're
all
all the,
Kauravas and
Kaurava side. These are all Kauravas. So now
On the
Correct.
Pandava side, you want to keep.
Doesn't keeping a meaningless name.
Yeah,
In-
yeah.
Some of the names I just, it's just hard to pronounce and unique, but they don't have any meaning at all.
Yeah,
And
So-
Kauravas are great Gyanis.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. Of course, all are great. They are all cousins of Krishna anyway.
So was it true like the institution of marriage was like not there at that time as solid when like there's a talk about the Kunti and half brother and how
No. They don't know how it is done. They think in a very, very gross manner.
okay.
They're very advanced. They're so advanced. It is done in a very subtle manner. These things are done in a very subtle manner. For example, it's not like having a gross sex life. They don't. In fact, Kunti, out of his hospitality, so great she was serving Durvasa Muni. He was so pleased with her service, he granted this boon that she could invoke simply by uttering one mantra. Whoever she addresses to, that Devata would appear. And when she becomes pregnant, it's not by any physical intercourse. They had the powers to actually grant her the boon to actually bear the child. So, like that, same way, even Vyasadeva, when he was impregnating these women, he was not having any physical contact. So, it is very great science. We don't even know how these things are done, but it is, it's thought of in a very gross manner, and they think it is not uh, culturally appropriate.
But the taboo of it is still Kunti considering unmarried. I mean, she had to let go of.
Yeah,
She was
because
scared. She was scared.
It's a taboo, right? So it's still
Not
exists.
only-
Not taboo. She was scared. She was young.
Okay, she didn't realize.
She didn't realize the consequence of what she was doing.
she's a young girl, like 12-year-old girl or 14-year-old.
That's all.
So when he gave her the
She
boon,
was actually exploring whether this mantra really works or not.
she did not really understand what was it that she got in her lap. So she just tried that mantra, it worked. And
And
she
she had
thought of
baby.
Surya, and then she got the baby, and now she doesn't know
She
what
was
to do.
scared. She didn't know how to handle the situation.
So she just put the baby inside the water.
So later,
the
when she
baby-
got married and she told all this whole thing to Pandu Maharaj, then Pandu Maharaj says, hold on. When it's the right time, I will tell you who to call. Then you call such a devata and you will have the baby.
So
Like that, he will, under the guidance of her husband, she actually calls each one of the devata.
But actually, Panduma doesn't know that she tried for Karna, right? That she
No, she does.
she does.
She does. That's how Pandu Maharaj says, don't use this now.
Oh,
He knows the gift that she got.
But he didn't
actually,
Huh?
he didn't adopt him.
no. By then, what
By
happened?
then, he already got this disease, actually.
No. The baby, actually was already he went to the
Adopted.
water. No, he was adopted by another family already. And that baby, actually, how she was able to recognize the baby when the baby is born, he already had
Kavach
Kundal and Kavach and Kundal on his body. Surya's blessing it was. So that is why she could recognize. So when Karna comes in front of her, she knew it was her son actually, but she never knew where the child was.
But it's just like they are so advanced, they're
Yes.
so transcendental, but then they are just suddenly so human that they
Yeah.
don't know where their child is. And like I mean, it is kind of they
No, they
No,
didn't.
it's not like that. No?
No, she's not transcendental in that sense that she's not Paramatma. That
She has
know everything.
powers. They all have powers. Transcendental is different quality. Transcendental is beyond even the modes of nature. So that is transcendental. But these people are very advanced in terms of Vedic understanding and yogic powers. They have all yogic powers.
can say the Vedic science, the way
In the Vedic science, they were all advanced in Vedic science. Yeah.
like you can be a single mother now without a father just by getting the insemination and everything.
Yeah, it wasn't there at that time. Yeah, the institution of marriage was very, very strong. In fact, people don't know that when Draupadi was living with her 5 husbands, how she was living actually. There is a whole process.
She had a code of conduct. Only one husband can live with her for 1 year. The other four can't meet her. So, in fact, even if the other person comes, they would be banished into the forest for 1 year by accident. So, it so happened Arjuna happened to come into the room when it was not his turn. So then he had to follow the rule of being banished. So he was banished, and that's how he married Ulupi, another person. Of course, he did not, Ulupi was given as a gift in marriage because he defeated one army in that kingdom. And that king was impressed, and he gifted his daughter as in marriage to Arjuna. So that's how he married Ulupi.
He married 4 women. Arjuna married, first is Subhadra, he married. Second is, of course, Draupadi. And then third is Ulupi, and one is Chitrangada. So 4 wives.
He had 4 wives.
Other than him, Yudhishthir had no other wife other than Draupadi. And even Nakul and Sahadev, right? I
They
don't
also
think
don't
they
have.
did not have any other wife other than
Bhima had.
Bhima
He
had.
didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't.
They have
Yeah, Ghatotkacha.
Ghatotkacha. Ghatotkacha.
And Ghatotkacha had a son,
Babruvahana.
Babruvahana. Babruvahana is the one who his head was Krishna chops his head. You know that
So
story.
Babruvahana is a unique character. He had a rule that whoever fights against him, all the power of their opponent's power comes into him. So he could finish all of them.
No,
But then he had a rule. The rule is he can only take the side of a weaker person. He cannot fight for the stronger side. So that is why Krishna says you cannot come to the war. Why? Because on day one you will be with Pandava's side because they are weak. And then you'll finish off the entire Kauravas in the day one. And then day two, you have to take the side of Kauravas. And then you finish all the Pandavas. So one man will finish the entire war. So he says, better you don't come only. Then what I should do? Then Krishna says, actually, you don't have to, your time is over. And I can actually give you liberation. He says, what do you mean? I mean, like, I want to see my fathers and grandfathers war. How can I be being a Kshatriya not be part of it? But you cannot be because of this boon that you have. Then he says, okay, whatever you decide, Krishna. Then any desire you have before I send you back. He says, I want to watch the war. I'm a great hero. I'm a fighter. Then Krishna says, okay, I'll cut your head, but I will make sure your head will be alive still, and you can watch the war. And he will put the head on a staff, on a small wooden piece, and put the head of Badruahana where from the top of a hill. Yeah. And that's how Krishna does that arrangement for him.
I've heard that there is one Sham Baba. Sham Baba सुना है?
सुना है
राजस्थान उस तरफ है,
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ।
तो वहां पे वो अभी भी है एक्चुअली, उसको पूछते हैं वो, और
Head without the body.
yeah, only head is there. So,
Why did you have to cut his head? He could have just sat there.
yeah, but with as a Kshatriya, you cannot sit
Duty.
when it's your
It's
duty to
part of the
fight.
duty to fight, right?
So he cannot be alive and not fight.
Mm.
So that is why he had to do that.
What a conundrum.
What a
Conundrum means.
yeah.
You're nowhere. Like, you're a Kshatriya, you cannot live now.
Yeah.
You can send somebody else to fight.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and I'm really thankful to you guys, like explaining so beautifully. And I have struggled these kind of questions the way you were asking in my childhood, and I never got an appropriate answer.
Right.
So, and
No, her question was very valid. I never thought from that angle, but you bring the right point.
yeah,
Was there no system?
And-
Was there no
yeah,
decorum?
and because of those questions, right, when we don't get right answer, the belief is not strong in our heart.
And you can
Right.
misled
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Correct.
Somebody else will come and talk about what they do it,
Exactly.
and you will be like, "Ah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I agree."
No. Because it's needed deep understanding, devotion of time. It's not like you just know in one go.
Correct, correct.
It's not possible.
No, and these things we haven't heard or seen. It's maybe in the Mahabharata episode, some name would come,
Exactly.
and that's all.
And when they
Masala.
and
Yeah, they
That's
also.
what the directors want.
Directors,
Yeah.
yes, directors should know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but those directors are not Gyani. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah,
they're just-
they are not
commercial.
emotional. They don't have the right aspect, the way way to explain. That
So
they
he
don't
would
have.
have hired a screenplayer and
Correct.
he would have written.
So they have whatever they had. I will not say that they don't have any devotion. At least they brought to this level that
To that
Mahabharata
level.
is there.
No,
Correct.
it
But,
had an
yeah,
important.
it had an important place in.
But it's not enough.
That was
Yeah.
just
It's
a
not enough.
teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So same in case of Radha Krishna. Sorry, I'm taking.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Radha Krishna serial where that lady who is playing Radha's role. In serial, she's playing a Radha role, and then going back to her Instagram, she's saying, "I love to read Bible. Everyone should read Bible." Not the fact that I'm against the Bible, but she is just playing what the director is being telling her, and we may be misled also
Yeah.
because she herself does not have any belief or
Correct.
understanding or knowledge what she is actually portraying.
Yeah. See, no, and this sloka also Vikarna is there, no? It's a very so here actually in this sloka, number 8 sloka, what Duryodhana is trying to say is that basically we have don't worry, they have all these great personalities. We should not become depressed. Oh, they are so great. So he wants to boost up his army also, and he's counting all the people on his side. An important person he is talking about is Vikarna. Can you tell little bit about Vikarna so they understand? Okay, you correct me if I'm wrong. So Vikarna is a brother of Duryodhana, and he is the one who actually, when the assembly was there, no, in the assembly when Draupadi was disrobed and they were insulting her, at that time he's the only one. Two people. One is what's his name? Vidura. Vidura was the only one who is not happy. He tells that you're doing the wrong thing. You have to. He objects and he wants everyone to not accept it. And the other person is Vikarna. And Vikarna is on the softer side for the Pandavas. He understands that the Pandavas are right. So that is why to boost up Vikarna, that is why he is naming him also, because he feels that I should name him because he will, otherwise he can go towards Pandava's side. So giving him थोड़ा सा उसको बटरी करना है यहाँ पे इसके लिए वो
If he does, actually, it says that he is not a Maharati. Vikarna is actually not a Maharati, but he took his name to say that he is also a Maharati, so that he will get the boost to fight against
the Pandava. I'm giving you that important role, giving you importance like that. So
very corporate politics.
And Kripacharya, who is Kripacharya, is Dronacharya is there, no? Dronacharya, and he had a sister, Kripi. So Kripi, no?
Yeah, correct.
No.
Dronacharya
Kripi is the sister of Kripacharya. Kripi is the sister of Kripacharya. So Kripi actually married Dronacharya. Like that. And then Dronacharya comes because Kripacharya was the he's also guru of the Kurus. So he invites actually Dronacharya to come to the
fight. Kripacharya did not want to come. In fact, just Dronacharya and Kripacharya, two are enough to finish the entire Pandava side, really speaking.
Yeah,
They're so powerful.
yeah. But Kripacharya actually invites Dronacharya to come to this kingdom, to Hastinapur, to actually train the kids.
Yeah.
So that was also the backstory of that. I think we spoke about everyone. You know, Karna now, Kripa, Ashwathama. Ashwathama is the son of Dronacharya. Dronacharya had only one son actually, and Ashwathama wanted to always please Duryodhana.
And
Always.
Ashwatthama is, there are few people who are supposed to be still living. The one is Ashwatthama, is still living actually. One is Vyasadeva, who is also living even now.
Yeah.
Even in Kali Yuga, he's there. And
Parshuram is living.
Parshuram is still there.
And
There's one more. Hanuman is still there.
Hanuman is, yeah.
Yeah, four people. These four are still there. Coming from there, there is Vyasa Guha is there. It's supposed to be in Vyasa Guha. And Ashwatthama is also continuing his meditation for his penance. He's doing penance to take repentance of what he had done.
You know what he did, Ashwatthama? Okay, tell them that.
Killed Arjuna's son.
Not Arjuna.
Upapandavas, all the five children. In fact, the entire Mahabharata is a war of code of conduct. Means everything is run by rules and regulations. It starts at a time and it ends at the evening. After the war is over, there is no enmity between both the camps. Both the camps can go freely from one side to other side. There's no enmity, nothing. You cannot attack when the war is not there. And while the war is there, you cannot attack if you are stronger. If you are Maharati, you cannot attack a Rati. And the vice versa. You have to choose an equal opponent. And
You cannot start from the back.
that is another thing. You cannot fight. First of all, you should not fight one-on-one if there is no equal weapon. If you are chosen particular weapon, the other person should have the same weapon. If he doesn't have, you should give him one and then fight. These are all the rules that they have, and that's why it's a very religious war.
And they have to fight only one person against one
One
person.
time,
You
one
cannot
on one.
have two
That's all.
against one. So you know why Arjuna's son Abhimanyu was killed? Why it is wrong? Because 7 people,
7 Maharathis,
Maharathis against one.
and that too without a chariot, without a weapon. That too not in the front,
at the back.
from the back they have attacked.
That is why it is wrong.
Completely, they broke all the rules that were laid in the battlefield.
But they had their wits end. I mean, were they at their wits end at that time?
They knew that if they did do that, one day is enough, and entire Kaurava this army would be finished in the hands of this Abhimanyu.
Abhimanyu was
So
very
they were
strong.
so
very strong.
desperate to kill him hook or crook.
So he knew how to go into the Chakravyuh, but he did not know how to come out of the Chakravyuh. And the other Pandavas, everyone told, because on that particular day, Arjun was not there on this side of the battle. He had gone to the south side. So all the other Pandavas told him that you go inside, we know how to get you out. But when they were trying to go inside, Jarasandha actually was Jayadratha. Jayadratha was blocking the entrance for them to enter. So it was very difficult, and that is why he became alone over there. He was not supposed to go alone. All the Pandavas were actually supposed to go. So when Arjun comes back from the south side the next day, then he comes to know his son is died. So he says, who is the one because of this happened? Then they all said, because
Jarasandha.
Jayadratha. Because Jayadratha was not, we were not able to cross Jayadratha. So that is why he is the main culprit. Even though others were also there, but he was the main culprit. So then Arjun says that either I will kill him the next day, either I will kill him, Jayadratha, or I will burn myself in fire. So you know that story that when on that day, Duryodhan says to Jayadratha, you don't come out of the come to
Out
the
only.
out only,
Because
you be
moment you
inside
come
only.
out, Arjun will
Arjun
anyway
will
kill
kill
you.
you. So he was inside only. Then it was evening time. Now evening time, what happens? They all know he has made a pledge. Arjun has made a pledge that I'm going to put myself. मैं आग में चला जाऊंगा. So he was going to sit in the fire, and at that time Jayadratha comes, and Jayadratha is who actually? He is Duryodhan's sister's husband. Hare
There's
Krishna.
only one. Hare Krishna.
There is only one sister for all the
Kauravas.
Kauravas. Actually,
Hare
Kauravas.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So you went to that. Oh,
Good that you came, but I'm happy you came.
the Keri Art Center, you went?
No. She had some recording to do.
For Shivratri, they have some recording going on.
Acha, acha.
Oh, nice. That's very pretty.
Yeah. God here too.
So then Jayadratha was happy that, Arjun is going to kill himself. He is going to be done. So the Duryodhan and the party were very happy. हमारे को कुछ करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. अर्जुन अपने आप ही he is going into the fire. At that time, what did Krishna do? He actually removed they all thought it had become dark.
Sunset हो गया
Sunset हो गया करके सोचा वो लोग ने. But suddenly, जब Arjun was sitting on the fire, that time Krishna said, "अरे अर्जुन, अभी तो दिन है, अभी कहाँ रात हुई है?" तो बोला कि भाई लाइट है और तुम्हारा एनिमी यहाँ पे सामने खड़ा है, लो तुम्हारा गांडी, और एकदम से उसको शूट किया निकल. So like that.
Also, Jayadratha's another.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, what he does is, Sudarshan Chakra ke saath, he puts the sun, it makes it appear as a sunset ho gaya. But as soon as Jayadratha comes, then he removes the Sudarshan Chakra and it is not sunset.
Yeah.
It's a midday only. But Jayadratha had another boon. Whoever kills Jayadratha and the head falls on the ground, that person's head will be broken into 10,000 pieces. That means Arjun's head will break into 10,000 pieces if Arjun actually cut off Jayadratha's head. So this Krishna tells Arjun where to put the head. So Jayadratha's father is always doing meditation. So he is also a demon. So Jayadratha's head should be cut and sent directly into the lap of the father. So it falls in the lap of the father, and as soon as it falls in the lap of the father, Jayadratha's father, he gets scared and he throws it on the floor. So Jayadratha's father's head will be broken into 10,000 parts.
That's what.
That is so expert. They are all such expert bowmen.
We don't even know that art. How did his head go off with a bow? So
They
it's
cut it like Bahubali, one shot.
and the bow is holding the head. It cut it
It cuts and
and
holds
it
the head.
hits the head, and then with the arrow, like a like a plane, and it goes. This is completely we do not.
We don't know that science so perfect.
But if he doesn't hit the heart of him, they will not.
He won't die. Then again, his head should not fall on the ground.
Even if he like falls,
Yeah, it should not fall on the ground.
even if it doesn't detach from his body.
No, yeah, even
Yeah.
if it can't detach from the body, if the head,
What if he sleep? What if he fell?
nobody can kill him. No, that is the point. It's very
He has a
powerful.
wound. He cannot be killed.
No, but what if he's sleeping on the floor with his head down?
No.
Somebody
That is
kill
not
him.
what- At the time of killing, the enemy.
If somebody is going to kill him for that. And did you know that Jayadratha actually was from Sindh state?
I don't know.
Did not know that.
I read somewhere, I don't know if it is, but I haven't read it.
Now you're in trouble.
He's not in trouble, we both are in trouble.
But how in that era? But he had some boon and
Yeah.
speciality.
They
Mastery.
knew how to
It was
in
the
both,
currency of the past. It was the currency of the past to get wounds.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You know,
So
not like
also, just like today, you see how all the dignitaries from Europe or somewhere, big countries, they easily come and walk in New York, Manhattan, like that. Like that, Devatas would just come to the Earth planet, just like that. Every day they would come. Why? Because Krishna was there. So Krishna was there, they want to see the big boss. They all would come. And so when they come, obviously, they are big personalities. When you go to them, you get favors. You get a lot of favors. They knew this science, how
Can
to
relate to
approach.
she's saying, yeah, currency from past, because now it's like, oh, you have AWS certification, so now you are a cyber security
Exactly.
specialist. Yeah, I can-
Really
I
agree.
can-
Have that gyan now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so whatever your specialty is, you specialize in something and then you get a title.
Exactly.
But
See, but it's just like Surya, Kunti knew how to get. The same way, Satrajit knew. Satrajit also knew how to get Surya, blessings of Surya. It was so easy to get all these people. And what happened, Satrajit? Because he gave money, Kamantaka money. You worship that money, it produced few kilos of gold every single day just by worshipping that jewel. They had the science. They had the science. They had just by chanting certain mantra, the bell metal and mercury. The formula is there, but then it has to be mixed with one mantra. Then, if you mix bell metal and mercury, it turns into gold. But today we don't know how to do it. We don't know.
science is lost. That science is
हाँ
lost.
विश्व ये तो फिर भी बहुत पुराना है recently they found some instrument surgical instrument
Yeah.
वो अभी भी rusted नहीं है
Oh, it is there in Konark.
हाँ
Even now it's there. You can go and see. We can actually see.
Konark
The
में तो
Konark
pillar
में
है.
जो pillar है ना, it is right next to the seashore. Seashore के बाजू में all the appliances, including your car ka bottom chassis, your refrigerator, all appliances will be gone in 2 years. Every 2 years or 3 years, you have to replace. Buy a new fridge, buy a new microwave oven, change the car ka paint. If you don't put proper anti-rust paint, it will be gone. But this pillar, which is in Konark temple, thousands of years, not a single rust is there.
Yeah.
They don't know how to make. Even now, they don't know how to make. Just the ordinary iron pillar. And no paint, nothing.
all these modern surgeries has been already performed by our ancestors.
Yeah.
It's just that we lost because of all these blasphemies.
The interesting part is these cities which are mentioned, they're not myths. Like it again
Oh,
strengthens my belief now.
Yeah.
Like as a child, you used to, is it even possible? Like
Yeah.
somebody prays to God and get a son. Like
देखा जाए तो
but then yeah, there is a sign. There
you
is-
see about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was born. She is a virgin. She's a
Virgin Mary, they say.
Virgin
Right?
Mary.
How
Why?
is
Why?
It's the same sign.
Science.
How
Science.
Kunti is also virgin.
Yeah.
Even though she had a child, she is just a virgin. And the same thing is true in Indraloka. All the ladies are virgin, despite having so many children. We don't know that science.
We lost a lot.
And it's not spiritual, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
what
not
I'm
spiritual.
true. This is not.
That is not spiritual.
Pure science.
Nowhere close to spiritual. It is advanced enjoyment.
Yeah, this non-material
Material,
thing. we're talking about.
it's like we have a higher standard of enjoyment. Devatas have a higher standard of enjoyment. That's all.
think.
Yeah, Ivy League enjoyment. That's all.
But what we have now, actually, in that sense, in Kali Yuga, we are able to understand the essence of this Krishna consciousness very easily because all these things were there. This material, advancement was there at that time. They were all not taking to Krishna consciousness easily. But today we have this opportunity also. That
And
is
you
the
can
beauty.
find the difference. You can filter that. Like, for example, you tell Satrajit, become Krishna conscious. He won't. Why? Because he's making so much gold every day.
He's attached
He's
to it.
attached to it.
Arey, when he lost his money, he became mad.
Mad.
You know that, right? That
There's a
you might
whole
not
story
know.
of
Okay,
Krishna.
okay, tell that story
Well,
actually.
it's a long story, but we
5
can tell,
minutes,
yeah.
take
It's
time.
So we'll enjoy this.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
you know
tell
the
to
story
your
of
kids also
Satyajit?
next time.
Okay, he'll tell.
Shavantakamani. You
You
know,
heard about that thing like that produces gold,
yes.
Yeah.
but I didn't know how he lost it.
Yeah.
So he had this. He prayed to Surya, and Surya gave this gift, one Shamantaka jewel, and the jewel he's supposed to worship every day. So he worships, and if he does the worship perfectly, by the end of the worship, that money produces X amount of gold, so many kilos of gold every day it produces. So one day his brother asked, "Can I borrow this jewel once? I'll wear it. Can I go
No,
for hunting?"
before that, Krishna actually goes to him. You remember that?
Yeah, I know that. I was
Yeah.
going to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's a spoiler. Anyway, she told. So once hearing about this boon, Krishna goes and asks Satrajit, you are a king, you are having this, but actually it is supposed to be with Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Can you give that to me? Then he says, no, I can't give this. This is very dear to me. So he was not Krishna conscious. He was not a devotee. So that was the point, basically. If you have so much opulence, it doesn't necessarily make you a devotee of Krishna. Even though he's so close to Surya, Surya gave him a gift, yet he was not able to understand the signs of Krishna consciousness. When Krishna himself came and he asked for that, he refused to give. But anyway, Krishna didn't mind. Okay, you want to enjoy, let you keep it. But then later at some point, what happens? His brother asks for this. Can I take this one day? I'm going for hunting. I just like it so much. He says, okay, one day you can take it, no problem. Then he takes like a necklace, pendant, he wears it and he goes. And he goes in the forest while in what happens? Actually, one tiger comes and attacks. And when the tiger attacks him, the tiger was just eating the body of the thing, and then he found this very shining jewel, and the tiger takes it in the mouth, and he goes. And Jambavan sees this money, and he attacks the tiger, and he takes the jewel, and he goes and gives it to his daughter, Jambavati. So Jambavati is playing with that money in her cave. Now, his brother is missing for so many days. So then naturally what happens? Satrajit starts thinking, you know what? One day Krishna asked for this jewel. Maybe because I did not give him, he was so upset. He waited for my brother to go out. He would have kidnapped him, and maybe whatever he did, he would have stolen. And he made an allegation that Krishna only killed my brother and he stole my jewel.
How does
Huh?
he know that?
He didn't know. He just made an allegation because missing brother. Then naturally he put two plus two together and he said Krishna only did. So now Krishna wants to clear his name. I didn't do like this. Of course, there's a backstory from Ramayana because in Ramayana, Jambavan sees the beauty of Ramachandra. And everybody falls in love with Ramachandra actually. When Ramachandra was going through the Dandakaranya forest, there's so many great sages, everybody, they feast on the beauty of Ramachandra. Moment they see, they say, my God, you're so beautiful. I feel like marrying you. Then Ramachandra said, hold it. I will satisfy your desire. So he told like that to several thousands of sages who express a similar desire. So all those sages waited in the next yuga as gopis. They all married Krishna. The 16,000 gopis who married were all sages from Ramayana. Like that, Jambavan, who is also a great warrior, he told Ramachandra, you are so powerful, so strong. I want to fight with you. He says, you also hold on. I will satisfy your desire in the next yuga. So then, when Krishna comes, and of course, Krishna Antaryami, he knows exactly where to go. So he directly goes to Jambavan's cave. Then Jambavan forgets who is this person. Then he sees that money is there. He says, give that money. I just came to take this money only, that's all. He says, no, you cannot take it. You have to fight with me. He says, okay, let's fight. So 21 days without sleeping and eating, they both fight. And after 21 days, Krishna beats him so much, Jambavan actually doesn't become tired. But Krishna beats him so much that all the power feels like is going away. Then he understands actually there is nobody who can defeat me other than Ramachandra. So if I am getting tired because of these fists, it has to be Ramachandra. My God, why did I not recognize after 21 days also? Then he falls at his feet and he says, then he reveals his form. Yes, I am Ramachandra only. I came to satisfy myself. Then he said, my God, I cannot, it's such a great offense I have done to fight with you. Please marry my daughter. So that's how he gets Jambavati as a daughter. He gets Jambavati and he gets the money also. Then that's how he comes back and he gives the money to Satrajit. Then Satrajit realizes what a great blunder I have done. Please take my daughter also. And Satyabhama. Satyabhama is given to him.
But
So like that, he gets Satyabhama and
so
Jambavati.
first is Rukmini. You know
First is
Rukmini, no?
Rukmini.
Rukmini wanted to, she had heard so much about Krishna that she fell in love. She had
Never seen Krishna.
She only heard about Krishna. So when she was supposed to be married to Shishupal, so she writes a letter to Krishna.
Please come and
Please
kidnap me.
come marry. And who was she marrying? She was supposed to be married to Krishna's own Masi's son, Shishupal.
Hmm.
So she said, I don't want to marry him, I want to marry you. So then Krishna comes and kidnaps. So she was first. Second is Jambavati, and then third is.
So there are like that 8 principal queens apart from the 16,100.
Yeah.
So that's how he gets 16,108 queens. Now these are all not ordinary queens. Each queen he makes one palace. With each queen he has 10 children.
What is?
So if you're not married to Krishna, you want to do something nice for you, like
Huh?
that? Like build a house for you.
It's not like that. But some people think that if Krishna has to marry 16,108, that means that one wife turn will come once. 16,108 days ke baad he will go to another wife.
No.
So like that, so that is why to prove that he at the same time simultaneously present everywhere, he built for each of them a palace. And he was equally present at the same time. He was present in each and every palace with each and every wife. So that also is there in Bhagavatam. The story is there that Narad Muni wanted to see how is Krishna living.
Marriage.
You know, in one wife, people cannot marry.
But Krishna really grants the wishes. This thing I have personally experienced in my life. Whatever I asked for, really prayed on. Eventually, I got it.
Yeah. Sometimes Krishna will not accept also.
Not give.
Not give also.
Then
So,
what
do you think that?
But yeah,
Not
those
meant for
situations
me.
also come. But later on, I realized, oh, this is most favorable situation for me.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Hare Krishna.
I might be disappointed.
Come in. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Then you say, yeah, that was not meant for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was praying for the wrong thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Krishna
that's it.
gives you.
Please come.
The dogs are okay with the dogs, so
Oh.
yeah.
How many dogs? 2, huh?
two.
Oh.
You're like, can you manage?
Are they small dogs or big dogs?
No, one of them is a big dog.
Oh, can you
It's
leave
very
the dog
gentle, but he
outside?
gets very excited. No, I was looking for the food.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't. Nobody has ordered today anything.
Even Bharti said she did, no?
That was tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's for
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh, Monday. Is it Bharti? The one from Bharti?
Yeah. That was tomorrow, she said.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She misunderstood.
That's all.
Okay then.
So India's population is too much. Thanks to Krishna.
There in the world. So when the Kali Yuga started, they all
They
fight,
bound up.
they found
They
up and
bound
they
up
went
and they
back.
fought amongst each other, and that's how they went back.
No,
No,
that,
it's a Muslim. Muslim means it's like a grass,
thorn.
like a thorn, but with a steel arrow kind of a thing. So it's a
Like
weed.
rose
It's a weed.
रोज में कैसे टॉन्स निकलते हैं वो हाँ स्पाइक्स वैसे ना ये पर आयरन के जैसे हैं इतने शार्प है
Muslim.
Ah, so,
MU. Muslim, I think that's a Telugu word.
Yeah.
Muslim is a Telugu word, I think.
So they all fight with each other, and finally Krishna wants to wind up, and like he said, right, all of them have to go back to the spiritual world. So that is why they go away. So
But the
right,
dynasty is still there.
yeah,
In fact, the entire dynasty is mentioned in the Bhagavatam. There's a chart. It's very interesting chart.
even Ramachandra's dynasty is there actually.
Yeah, both Ram, Krishna, both entire dynasty is there. Which we think that these are all just stories and we are
Even
not
the name
connected.
is there.
Every name is there. In fact, at the end of Kali Yuga, which is after 4,32,000 years, the parampara would continue
Of
of
Ramachandra.
Ramachandra. Ramachandra's descendant name is there who will continue the population into Satya Yuga. That detail it is there.
And even Kalki, where he is going to be coming,
All
where
the village, the name of the parents, everything is the horse that is going to ride. Even all that is mentioned.
Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why we are accepting Krishna Chaitanya actually is because in the Purana,
Scripture it is revealed.
it is written. That is why we accept him.
So
His
these are
his father
called
is this, mother is
scheduled
this.
incarnations. There's a whole chapter in second chapter, the second canto Bhagavatam. It's called scheduled incarnations of the Lord. So the Lord doesn't whimsically come anytime. There is a complete cyclic order. Like for example, Krishna comes on there are 1,000 cycles of the yugas, right? Of the 1,000 cycles, only on the 28th cycle, Krishna appears in Dwapar Yuga. Not any Dwapar Yuga, he doesn't randomly come. No.
So we are
And the following the Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come. Only that much. 28th. We are in the 28th cycle of the present day of Brahma.
So when
So specific it is.
will come, I mean, not tell you, Kalki will come.
So Kalki, end of Kalki, Kali Yuga.
Is it written like?
Yeah, it's written. All the time frame is also written. Right now, we are in the 5,537th year is going on right now.
out of 4
Out of 4,32,000 years of Kali Yuga, 5,537 is going on.
Still long way to go.
Yeah.
He will come after 4 lakh years.
At that time, that right now, we can talk to people, we are telling, right, in us, devotee and demon both are there in our body. And we can reclaim the devotee in the person by chanting and everything. But later on, when Kali Yuga will become more rapid, you cannot do anything.
No preaching.
No preaching, nothing. That
Going
time,
from-
Already today in the school, from the school already it is gone. You
Yeah.
cannot talk religion in the school already.
yeah.
All the samples are already there.
You don't-
Like you are vegetarian, still we have some respect.
yeah.
Later, everybody will ridicule you. Oh, you're a
In fact,
vegetarian, what's wrong with you?
In fact, if you go to see when Prabhupada came to this country 50 years back, that time there was no vegetarianism.
Exactly.
Even Vivekananda came, he also eat non-veg.
He ate beef.
He ate beef
Like
also,
when he came to America.
right?
He
But-
writes actually in his diary that if I discriminated between beef and vegetarian, that means I'm not being a sannyasi. So I just ate it because I'm a sannyasi. I'm not supposed to see anything different.
He had a
It is
different.
very, very shallow understanding.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
In fact, he has written all this in his diary.
I mean, hunting is another thing, but then you are culturing, like cultivating, like
Yes.
that you are doing farming of animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially cows.
And very badly they're treated. It's not like
You can't even imagine and can see.
so there was nobody before Prabhupada, nobody came to challenge the West to say these are sinful activities you should not do.
When Prabhupada came, that time people used to tell him, Prabhupada, that Swamiji, at that time they were not calling him Prabhupada. They used to call him Swamiji. Swamiji, if you tell all these things of
Okay.
regulative principles, nobody will
You'll not
listen
get
to
one
you.
disciple
One
also.
disciple also you won't get. Like that, people have told to
Yeah,
Prabhupada.
it's very cold country. At least let them drink some brandy and whiskey because it's very cold. What will happen? They'll die if they don't drink.
So like that, Prabhupada changed. Matlab, he didn't listen. This is the rule. This is what the Bhagavatam says. He stuck to the word of the Bhagavatam. And of course, Guru Parampara, he comes in the Guru Parampara. So he was able to, change all the people.
I mean, there was a time I was convinced for the non-vegetarian.
Yeah,
Because my parents used to eat,
yeah.
but eventually and the irony is we were three sisters and one brother. We were vegetarian. Our parents.
Mhm.
Happens.
Generally,
My
it
kids,
happens
they don't
for
take onion, garlic, nothing. We take onion, but my son and daughter both they don't
Oh,
take.
really?
No
You
onion,
don't
no
take?
garlic.
Oh, nice.
Eventually,
Like that in your case also.
but another miracle happened. I started going to temple and then started going to Bhagavad Gita lectures and everything. Like after a couple of months or years, you can say they also became vegetarian.
Arey wah.
Wow.
We don't know.
Actually, even like I saw many people like once they get older, right? They try to realize and then they become vegetarian. So
Yes.
and then they start advising other people.
Other
Like, I have heard many people like who used to say,
Sometimes, but old age does not necessarily give wisdom. So,
no.
yeah, I'm just saying that.
Maybe
I
due
know.
to health issues or what, I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
But then they say like, they go to, I mean, they become vegetarian and then tell others also to become vegetarian.
They're lucky to come to that understanding.
Yeah.
So I think we should
Yes,
stop
thank you.
here. We had a
So
long
today
time.
you did a third sloka, is it?
No, we went up to 9.
Yeah.
Actually, it was all
Names
listing all the
only.
names.
Oh, okay.
Basically, what happened is Duryodhan was fearful seeing the army, right? So then he told, okay, these guys have all these Maharathis. So don't worry. On our side also, we have equivalent Maharathis. So he was comparing their names and he was comparing opposite our side people. We also have equal strength. So he was boosting.
Okay.
So we were actually telling the stories of each person in that.
Yeah, that's how the conversation went.
Yeah.
Who is
I think
so
most
who
of
is-
them, Kunti, Kripacharya, Ashwatthama, all of them.
which are
No. You can hear the lecture because it is on YouTube. Try to hear it. I hope it's recorded nicely. Yeah, you can stop it. So we'll stop here.
Yeah, you want to sing? little?
Bhagavad Gita
Maybe she
part
can-
ki jai.
Yeah.
Finish the
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that you can. But if she wants to sing,
वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव भगवद गीता पाठ की जय. It was yeah. I will bring the snack till then.
Yeah.
Stop.
It